Hello, class. We are back today in Ocean City, and we've seen the effects of beach erosion on a sandy coastline. How do you think beach erosion impacts an area like Ocean City, where there are now a lot of buildings, parking lots, and other human-made structures and paved surfaces near the coastline? Today, we'll be introduced to some methods of beach erosion prevention that are currently used. Ocean City is a barrier island. Barrier islands are long, narrow islands, usually found in chains that form along the mainland coast. They are formed by a naturally shift due to the action of waves moving their sand. Barrier islands protect the mainland from erosion from ocean waves. Ocean City and Assateague were once connected, but a major hurricane in 1933 caused the inlet to form, cutting off Ocean City and Assateague from each other. Compare the landscape and ground covered between the two islands. I noticed that Ocean City is highly developed. It has buildings and parking lots, whereas Assateague has no observable human-made structures and consists of sand and grasses and vegetation. This is where the coastline of Assateague once was, when it was connected to Ocean City. How has the coastline of Assateague changed? The coastline has moved west. The coastline has moved westward because of the continuous action of the waves and tides over time, picking up and depositing the sand. But why hasn't Ocean City moved west too? Development has prevented the westward movement of Ocean City. There are too many structures in the way for the motion to occur. Beach erosion does occur, but people have used methods such as adding new sand to replenish the beach, and therefore it protects the infrastructure. So today, we're going to explore ways in which humans can help control erosion rates. Let's look at a current picture of Ocean City. Do you see a lot of trees or other kinds of vegetation? No, me neither. Do you think that there was ever more vegetation? Do you think that vegetation could help reduce erosion in places like Ocean City? There are types of grasses and plants that can grow along the beach. There are also different types of ground that cover Ocean City, which can support trees and other species of plants. Let's see what these plants can do. Here we have one pot of soil, and then we have one pot of soil with infrastructure or houses in the way. Let's take our cup of water and simulate rain. Let's see how the soil moves without any infrastructure or even grass or vegetation. Can you see how the soil moves? Because it has nothing to block it. No vegetation or infrastructure. Now, let's shift over here to where there's infrastructure. This will be considered Ocean City. So I guess there can be both positive and negative human activities that have had effects on the coastline of Ocean City and other coastal areas. The positive would be building groins and underwater dikes, beach nourishment, pumping in sand, building hurricane walls, building rock jetties, building underwater artificial reefs, creating protected coastal areas that cannot be developed, planting vegetation, and so on and so forth. Some of the negatives would be the building structure and the developments. It creates impervious surfaces like paved surfaces, and it clears coastal land for farming. So, from what we saw today, plants prevent soil erosion by stabilizing the soil with their root systems. There is a natural way that vegetation can prevent or slow the natural processes of weathering and erosion, as well as infrastructure. Both of these processes will continue to change our Earth's surface for millions of years to come, but there are some things that we can do to prevent them in a natural way. Thanks so much for traveling around the world with me to explore the processes of weathering and erosion and how they work together to gradually and continually change the natural world around us. Until next time, bye bye.